I kind of took the long way into becoming a band director. I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and all of us played sports growing up. All of my siblings were varsity athletes, and in 5th grade, I rose my hand when they asked who wanted to join band, and I joined band, and I came home in 6th grade with a tuba, and my parents didn't really know what to do with me. And so, I was fortunate enough that I was able to play sports and do band all the way into high school, because if I was forced to make a decision sooner than that, I might have chose to be an athlete like my siblings did. But I was able to do both long enough to realize that I really enjoyed playing the tuba, and I was good at it. And so I went on to receive a full music scholarship to SMU, and I was the first person in my family to attend college. And so, that because I tell my kids every day that, or all the time, that when I rose my hand in 5th grade, that I had no idea what that was going to do for me, but it paid for college. And so I did my undergrad in tuba performance at SMU in Dallas, and kind of going through that, I was very performance oriented. I was taking auditions and doing everything like that. And then my senior year, I got accepted to Cincinnati Conservatory to do my master's in performance. But going into my last semester of my senior year, I didn't have enough classes to be a full-time student. And if I wasn't a full-time student, I would lose my full ride. So on a whim, I took a music ed class with Lynn Jackson, that was her first year as a professor at SMU. And through the course of that and teaching private lessons, I started to realize that I liked teaching more than I liked playing. So I turned down the offer from Cincinnati and stayed and did my master's at SMU in music education. And kind of backstory to that, when I graduated high school, the person that taught private lessons at my school took a new job. So because I was going to college locally, he asked me to take over his studio as when I entered college. And so at the time I was working at Starbucks, and the decision was purely a financial decision that private lessons paid more than, teaching at Starbucks. I mean, working at Starbucks. And so I started teaching lessons at my old band program, and then eventually more schools, to where I had about 40 students while I was in undergrad. And there were just so many connections that I made with the kids that I felt I could have a bigger impact teaching than I could sitting in the back of an orchestra playing the tuba. And so when I finished my master's degree, there was an opening in Richardson ISD, which is where I work now, and the head director called my college professor and asked if she knew of anyone that she could recommend, and so she recommended me, and I got hired to be the job where I work now, which is Liberty Junior High, which is the Title I school in Richardson ISD, and I was the assistant there for my first year. And at the end of my first year, the head director moved on, and they moved me up to the head director my second year. So I was a second-year teacher with a first-year teacher. So it was kind of like the blind leading the blind through those first couple of years. And the program was struggling, and we worked really hard to develop the culture in the band program and in the community. And the band program has become really successful. We performed here at Midwest last year as a demonstration group in the Title I track, and got to do a clinic with Dr. Tekeli and his music. And so it's been a long kind of roundabout journey from being a football player to becoming a band director.